Are you ready for this? Look, it came to life. So it's still work in progress. The top trims have been put on here. Look at that neat. Oh my goodness. The top trim needs to be put on here. And needs to be cut down. Obviously all the beds and everything we need to do. And there's going to be trellis all the way around here. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Welcome to Helen's Little Lottie. Oh, got some on my face. Hello and welcome to Helen's Little Lottie. You can probably hear some voices in the background. It's a very exciting day. Little sign. How cute is that? Thanks, Ebs. So we are doing beds today. We're painting fences today. It's very, very exciting. So I'll film tiny little bits as we go. The rest will be photos. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, got mud everywhere. That helps. Okay, so the issue we've got is that paint, A, is very, very old and minging and awful. As you could see, as I was just trying to A, mix it, and B, trying to paint it, it was an absolute no. So, I'm gonna go and get some different paint. We do have different staining for the decking, which we haven't actually used, and I think it's up in one of the kids' lofts. In one of the eaves storage, but that we think it's in the one where my son's sleeping and my husband's going, don't wake him up. So I'm going to go get some new paint, and I need wood filler and probably some bits to sand with. So I'm going to pop to what I call one of the blokey shops, because that's what it is, and pick some bits up. So the idea is, even though I'm painting all this, is that it's actually all going to be covered in trellis. But obviously you will be able to see through the trellis in certain places. So it's really important that the fence is being painted, so it looks really, really nice. It's just the trellis on top, isn't it? Absolutely no. Yeah, we keep going. Here, Emily and I are digging out the tree stump as best as we possibly can. It was very deep and very difficult, but we kept going until we could cut it out. Then it came to digging up the narrow beds for the flowers down along the back of the fence and down the side of the Little Lottie. It was tough going for several reasons. One, because the soil was incredibly tough and it is quite clay-like. And the other reason is because there were a lot of tree roots there from another old tree. It used to be there. It was a willow, a dwarf willow, but a willow that still leaves all of its roots there. So it was quite challenging all the way through. broken. Broken doesn't even come close to the amount of work that has gone into today. 3 of us are absolutely broken. But oh my God, we have come so far, like so far. Just so pleased. Let me show you what I'm looking at right now. Okay, so where the dog is now, dug over all of that. That is for all the plants to about there. Obviously all this part needs to be painted. At some point we'll put trellis at the top. All this section has been painted. It's meant to be like a medium oak, and it looks a little bit too orange for me, but hey ho. And the idea is all of this will be painted in the same, but it's going to come up a bit lighter because obviously it's lighter wood. I'm so in love with my sign. These are all the plants I've managed to rescue. My idea was to get them in the ground tonight. That is not going to happen. Hopefully they'll survive tonight. So it's kind of double height all the way around. The garden is so uneven that there's like scraps of wood put in under the bottom. You can see how narrow that is to how wide it is this end. But oh my goodness, I'm going to widen out. Oh, that's my cat come back. Take you around here. Hooks for things. There is a matching one that side. I've just made this wide so you can see. So they are all, I believe, about 70 centimetres in width all the way around. There is loads of room in the middle for something to go, which is lovely. I'll bring you back over here. And into here. Okay. So, in that gap and that gap on the floor is where I will plant Munchkin pumpkins, and the archway will go over the top here, which I talked about before. So it will stand sort of there-ish. Again, all of these are going to be painted the same colour as this, and you can see where it's splashed a bit on there, and it's quite orange. But I'm hoping once everything's in and growing, it'll look absolutely fine. Oh, I just love it. I feel like I'm in my absolute happy place. You got to see me. You're covered in sawdust. Yes, you are. Yeah. That's someone's been eating wood all day, haven't you? Eating wood all day. I know, I love you too. I love you too. So, I'm in my happy place. I can't wait to be sitting here in like spring and summer and everything growing, or even getting around to harvesting it. So I'm very happy. Where I'm sitting on the floor at the moment is most likely where I'm going to have like a small half barrel, and I think I'll just use it to grow flowers in, to be honest. Or possibly salad or something like that. I don't know yet, because all the beds are deep enough for things like carrots and parsnips and potatoes and everything. So I think it's going to be a process though of building up all the soil. I don't think we're going to be able to get enough straight away. What we are going to do is put in some wood chip. There's going to be wood chip on the floor, but there's also going to be wood chip as a layer, as like a base layer. I mean, there's going to be cardboard and then wood chip and then compost on the top. That's the idea. And then apart from a few spring things, not a lot's going in it till much later on, so that gives it time to decompose. So that's the idea. But I thought this was a lot of work outside. My inside of my house looks trashed, so now I've got to go and spend my evening doing that. So I will come back tomorrow and show you the progress we make tomorrow. Good morning everybody, it is now Sunday, it's the next day. I've got my happy helper already on it, so it's about an hour until we can go to the shops and get the soil and everything. So we are, I don't quite know what Emily's doing, and we're going to plant up some of the bulbs I had to take out from the soil yesterday. I have just replanted a, what's it called, Ems? A dahlia. I've just replanted a dahlia up in that that corner there, just in that corner. Hopefully that'll be okay there. So now I'm just going to go through and pot up a load of other bits and pieces. Okay, so hello. I managed to find my dibber in the shed, so that's really useful. So now I'm going to go around and put all the plants in, is the idea. At some point all of this is going to need another layer of compost on it, just to mix in with the soil, but for now let's just get everything in, and then if we've got any soil left over or at another time I'll get some soil, get some more compost and put it on top. And I'm purposely trying to grow things now in clumps. I think it might look really nice, whereas it was quite sporadic before. And all of these are just taken out of the original flower bed that was over there. So I'm going to I've tried to set them out as if they're in clumps. Hopefully they'll grow. Okay, so we're just back from the first trip to Garden Centre, and we've got this much. We've got 3 very, very large, I can't point them, it's opposite, over there, things of bark, which we'll be lining, putting at the base of the beds as well as around the centre part. And we obviously got the compost to go on top. My husband has just gone back for another lot of bark, I think, and about 12 more of these. And a massive half beer barrel thing that's going to go in the centre. It's absolutely beautiful, but we had no idea how heavy it was until we were just there, so he's gone back for that now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line the beds with the cardboard. That's going to be my next job. So the reason I'm doing this is because basically it's going to be a no-dig method, by which you layer up the soil so it doesn't get interrupted by weeds and things like that. So it becomes very, very natural, which wasn't actually the plan to start with because I didn't think the beds were going to be so raised. The reason they're raised really is because the ground is so uneven. So I'm going to put a little bit more cardboard down, and then I think I'll get changed into my painting gear, because the next part, I've got to water all this. I've got to water all of this, and I'll water the new flowers I've put in, the flowers I've put in. But then I'll get changed into my painting clothes. By that point I should think my husband and my daughter will be back with the other soil, and yeah, excited. You can see I put some like weed membrane down anyway. That'll be covered with wood chip, is the idea. Yeah, it's all coming together. Next, I started raking out the first and second bag of the wood chip around the middle and around the barrel, half barrel, in the Little Lottie. It was very wet and dark, and it needed a little bit of sunlight on it to dry it out. Okay, so now the wood chip is down, I've still got one more large bag, which is going to be evenly spread throughout the different beds, and then I'll be putting the soil on top. Is there anything as thrilling as new soil? I don't think so. In the half barrel, I filled up 3/4 of the way with multi-purpose compost, with all the spring bulbs I had left over, and then filled the rest of the barrel up with the rest of the compost. Okay, so one of the last jobs we're going to do today, I haven't had time to paint the fence, so I'll save that for next weekend, but we've only got a load more soil just to top up the rest of the beds. What I'm going to do with some of the leftover soil is top up all of the garden, all of the flower patch, the flower beds, just so I know that they've got a bit of extra nutrients in them. That's what I'm going to do now. Right everyone, that is me finishing off for today because we're losing the light. I'm so pleased with how everything's gone today. Didn't get the painting done, but that's fine, I can do that next weekend. We filled up all of the beds, which is incredible. We actually got quite a bit out of the old veg bed, which we didn't think we would, so that's now got to be taken apart. We ended up having to buy 30 bags of compost, which is quite a bit, and then of course we had the stuff from the old vegetable bed, so that really helped as well. But yes, I'm very, very pleased with how it looks. I'm so in love with it. I love my little sign. I can't wait to paint it all next week. The flower bed looks really nice. I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased that I did that, and we put a bit more topsoil on it as well, which you would have seen, so that's great. So that's me signing off, and I will see you next week. Bye.